Okay. This is one of those concepts that I borrowed. And I realized that I borrowed it after I already wrote the lyrics. If you notice, it says, kahit na di na gumising pa, wag lang malayo sa piling mo, iniibig kahit ikay panaginip lang. Sa English, yung concept na yan is, you know the song, If You Were But a Dream? If you were but a dream, I hope I'll never wake up or something. I think that's a Chopin nocturne. But anyway, sana hindi na ako gumising pa. That's another one of those themes na parang yung sa tuwing umuulan, huwag ka nang tumigil yung ulan. Sa panaginip, ayoko nang magising. Sa panaginip na lang. So this is a continuing thread about wanting to be with the person you love forever, or as much as time can allow. So what's the next song?
Sometime Somewhere.
Sometime Somewhere is really more parang na-feel ko.
This is your first English song?
Yeah. Oh. Okay. I will tell you why I wrote English. Kasi sobra ako nainggit dun sa I'll Never Say Goodbye. I'll never say goodbye. It's such a big hit, and it's in English. So I had to write something in English. So I actually wrote two. One for Basil, and then the other one was for Nonoy Suniga. Now That You're Gone. Now that you're gone, to wake me takes me countless hours. Blah, 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 blah. Nako, yun talaga, napaka-dramatic pa nung kantang yun. Now that you're gone. Pero pa doon, how can I go on living? How can I go on feeling? An empty touch, an empty stare. How can I without you there? Now that you're gone, I feel like I'm a muted cup. I feel like I'm an useless cup, a muted violin, a single teardrop. Wow!
Ano lyrics
Now that you're gone. Alam mo, ang gusto ko doon was kasi I was writing in the verse-refrain style, not in the verse-chorus. This is the verse-refrain. Verse means parang there's a long intro and then you have that refrain. The long intro is, so now that you're gone, is I close my eyes and softly ask what's happening to me. I realize I'm all alone without your company. But then again, we've shared so much that a part of you, me, is me no more. I've shared so much. The part of me is not me anymore. Part of me is me no more. I'm caught unaware and unprepared for what will be in store. Imagine me writing those lyrics.
How long did it take?
Usually yan, mga 2 sittings yan. Yung mga ganyan. Kasi, writing the words, they're the hardest for me. It's like,
Nauuna bang letra?
no, what happens to me is, I have that first line. And then I'd have the first line that has a melody. Once that first line and melody settles, that's it. It grows and grows and grows. It's like, I don't know what you call it. Parang it's something that you throw in the water and then it grows.
Ripple.
What do you call that?
Ripple. Ripple effect.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Nagugulat din ako dun sa lyrics ko when I wrote, Now That You're Gone, Now that you're gone, to wake me takes me countless hours. To wake me takes me countless hours. Da 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 da. Day goes by. A coffee cup just stares at me. It turns bitter. Sometimes as we.
Grabe.
Ganda! Ganda naman nun! I love that line. A coffee cup stares at me. It turns bitter
sometimes as we.
So poetic.
A cigarette butt falls on the floor. Who picks it up but me? Kasi that's to rhyme. Now that you're gone. Kasi syempre, now that you're gone, now that you're gone, something. I wait for the phone to ring, expecting, actually hoping. From the other line, a familiar voice would say, "Hey, I'd come back today." But it's not you. It's never you. What can I do?
Sakit.
Now that you're
Sana
gone.
hugot mo, Mr. C. Where do you get that? Are you coming from a heartbreak? Are you... Aminin mo na.
Siyempre, meron akong mga meron akong dinadamdam, or meron akong mga how do you say this? Meron akong mga not inspiration. Meron akong pinaglalaanan ng parang pagmamahal. Alam mo 'yon?
Inspiration.
Well, inspiration. Meron kang talagang yun.
So, would you say that, are you a better composer, songwriter when you're in pain or when you're happy? Because it's different for most people.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Adele, she needs to be heartbroken. She has
Yeah.
no new music because she's happy.
Yeah.
I mean, Alanis Morissette was the same. So what kind of songwriter are you?
I will tell you, both. What I mean is, both can spark really something. If you're in pain, it will spark something there. If you're so happy, and then it also sparks something. Really, I'm not kidding. It sparks. That's why most of my songs are also aspirational. It's when when you see, kasi you can see the end, not the beginning. Di ba, the beginning is a climb. Actually, when you're happy, you actually see parang the end. So you're sharing that end when you're writing. Pero true, I know. It really feels yung parang merong sakit sa puso. Oh my God. But you really have to feel that. I think so. I've had my fill of the feelings. And it's nice kasi they really came during those times na naghahanap ka ng sarili mo, hindi ba? You're trying to, ano ba ako? Ano bang gagawin ko? Ano ba yung gusto ko sa buhay? Ganyan. Ito lang ba? And for example, one of the turning points in my life when I decided, no, I want my family. I want to build a family na I cannot stand this anymore. You know what what you call this? The one that pushed me into thinking of that was because every New Year's Eve when I was single, I had a show. I had a show with Pilita, a show with whoever, Basil, a show with a variety of artists. And you know what happens during New Year's show? Nandun ka hanggang countdown. Diba? And then, everybody's happy, and then we perform. Either we perform before the countdown, or I'm sure not after the countdown. Pero we perform. So after the party, di tapos na yung celebration. Wah! So uwi na mga 1:30, 2 o'clock. Uuwi ako sa EDSA. Oh my God. Parang war-torn. At walang tao. So ang feeling ko, ang worst is, I come home, I see everybody's asleep already. And then, I'm awake because I'm so high from the show. Ang taas-taas ng energy mo. And I go, "Hmm, you feel sad. I feel sad going home and there's nothing there. So yun, parang feeling ko, it's time to build a family, to share the happiness with the family. It's time to have children. It's not that binigyan ko yung taning na yun, ano, but it came at that
Ilang taon
time.
ka na nun?
I was 29, 30.
So, when did you make Mrs. C?
Okay, I started teaching I returned to UP in 1980, College of Music. I only had siguro a good 24 or 28 units left.
Oh.
So that I was able to finish in a year. And I had left only one unit, which is the recital, which I gave in 1983. But in 1981, the UP College, that's when I finished all my requirements, except recital. In 1981, that was the year that I finally finished all my courses, and then I said, okay, goodbye work, meaning goodbye industry. I'm going to school to teach because I was invited to teach at the UP College of Music. So I said, bye for now, and I gifted myself. I took out 43,000. I think I only had about 44,000 in the bank. I spent 43,000 to produce one. That record.
Oh my God.
Okay. I said, I'm gonna give it as a gift. May 4 was my birthday. I said, my gift for myself before I say some goodbyes to the industry and hello to the academy. I did one. Recorded it, sang it, arranged it, and then released it. Actually, no one was interested with that kind of idea, no? Pero sabi ko, since nobody's interested because they only want pop songs, I'll do it on my own. So that's what I did. And you know what? The next year, it was awarded a special prize in the Cecil Awards. The people who screened and judged, this is a landmark Filipino recording. So they really gave me a special award because I will not win in all the other categories. Kasi pop you know.
Hindi
Parang,
siya fit sa category.
yeah, it will not fit in any category. So, wow, they gave me an award for that.
What gave you the idea to do an a cappella album with all your voices in?
I like listening to jazz, vocal jazz. And I like listening to Singers Unlimited and their harmonies. Sobrang nagagandahan ako sa tenga ko. And remember, in the 70s, my first job was with choirs. And so I started my love for choral music. Went into another direction. Of course, I still do choral music. It went into pop voices, pop arranging, pop choral voices. And no other better example than the Singers Unlimited. And I said, in 1976, in 79, I think, or 80, I did a film for Tita Mids. I scored a film and I experimented on my voice. So in one part of the film, I did a cappella na ako lang mag-isa. It was something like that to accompany a clandestine affair, or this guy was having an affair. So I use that texture. Tum, 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 tum. I use that texture. And I played it back and said, ganda. I like the sound. I like how it went. So it was it was at the back of my mind for quite some time. I said, I think I want to do something like this as an album. But I'm gonna use old Filipino songs and turn it into classic a cappella na contemporary. Pero during that time, wala pa nung wala pang ganon. It was presented as a cappella na wala nung beatbox. Okay, so that's 1981. So 81 I entered UP, and when I taught sophomore theory, sila Mrs. C and her barkada, who became also my barkada, were in my class. Mrs. C was not in my theory class. There were two theory classes. She was in the other theory class, and she was sewing it with all her friends who were in that theory class.
Okay, crush ka na ng bayan by that time? Were you like, crush na ng bayan? Or
Me?
you like,
No,
yeah.
I don't think so.
Why did she want to be in your class?
Because I had already a reputation. I was the winner of the pop song.
Meron pa.
Meron na akong...
Close na sa mga artista.
Yeah.
May ganon.
May ganun
Celebrity
factor.
ka na, in other words.
In a way,
May
yeah.
noteworthiness.
Meron na, because I had already appeared in...
Saka si Pelita.
Yeah.
Working with Mr. F.
Yeah.
I'm sure you worked for Two for the Road. May mga ganon ka.
Yes, I had already appeared in Two for the Road. Siguro,
So may prominence.
kinda. Yeah. Meron, kilala na siya. And, yun, I worked a lot with Basil, gano'n. And I worked with Celeste, yung mga gano'n. So, nakikita ko, katabi ko mga celebrities, ganyan. So, I guess that's it. But then, I was teaching legitimate music, theory. So, it was exciting. And I remember, if you even ask Odette Quesada, she said one of the reasons why she entered the classical music was she knew that she thought that she would be able to learn how to write popular music, blah, blah, blah. But it was not, in the end, offer sa college music. So, anyway, if you ask all my students, not only during Mrs. C's time, but until the time that I left the college of music, my students are my barkada. They're not, of course they have to, you know me,
Oh,
I'm barkada with
that's
everybody.
exactly what you were saying. Parang walang ano sa'yo.
They're my teacher. I'm their teacher, but I treat them like my students when we're inside the classroom. But outside the classroom, I'm not their teacher. Although I'm also their teacher because I actually am able to tell them the concepts while we're out. I'm able to describe when we're doing the theory classes. It's easier for them to understand what I'm talking about when I bring them to a movie house and say, pakinggan nyo yung music nito, yung chord na ganyan-ganyan, blah, 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 blah. Anong effect nun? Tapos, when we come back to school and then we, ito yung structure ng chord na yon. Yan, ganon. So, they kinda, parang mas mabilis nilang maintindihan yung theory when they experience it in practice. So I was able to do that to them. And every year, meron akong ginagawang game for them. Alam mo yung a racing maze?
Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
That was developed during the time I was teaching in the College of Music.
Really?
Yeah. Fun! But short lang sa College of Music.
Music
My
challenges.
students! Pero ang students ko nakakatawa kasi yung kunyari yung sa racing maze natin, kunyari hindi nila masasagot, bibigyan kita ng clue pero kailangan gawin mo to. So meron akong mga consequences na you have to march up and down this hall and then you have to say choo 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 yung ganun, para silang trend. So this is during yung pag malapit na yung matapos yung class going into Christmas. Ganon. So it's so festive in school kasi inumpisan ko yan yung fun, etc. Anyway, there were barkadas. And si Emmy, together with her classmates, became my eating barkada. So we all ate at the Alumni Hall. Alumni Hall is at the back of the UP Culture Museum. Did you go to Moscow?
Di ba nga ako gumawa ng thesis?
Ay,
Di ba nasa thesis kita?
Kaya natanong ko, Moscow yun. Moscow. Kasi, kaya alam mo nga, yung Monasher Hall, yung Alumni Hall, sabi ko, yung sa merong bowlingan.
Yes.
Tapos yung tawag natin doon ay, shit, ang pangalan nung
Duckpin bowling.
Yan yung kainan doon, Alumni Hall. Yeah. Alumni Hall, yung kainan doon. So doon kami kumakain every time. So, barkada yan until the next year, they still want, kami pa rin yon yung barkada. Kasi kahit na iba na yung mga estudyante ko, I still go with them. So, ang napansin ko lang is, habang tumatagal, nawawala sila, kami lang naiiwan ni Emmy. Parang, kayo Siniset up siguro. I don't know. But, eventually, I got drawn to Mrs. C. Kasi meron siya laging baon. And,
It's always food. Fastest way to the heart.
ang baon niya, pagka nakikita ko, gusto kong kainin yung baon niya. Siya, ano yung kainin na yung baon niya? Kasi lagi siyang may baon nga. So, ang baon niya na gustong-gusto ko was either yung embutido na gawa ng nanay niya or sometimes yung lechon kawali. No? So, she has this baon. And then, every time she says na, I have embutido, you want? Ganon. So, we share lunch.
Embutido Roma?
So that, until now, pag kami get together, family nila, oh my God, there's this like rows and rows of embutido as part of the, and all the apos, etc., they like the embutido. It's still part of that family, food.
So, napunta sa ligawan.
So how did that, proceed, progress?
We got together a lot. We watched concerts. When there's a dinner that's needed na pati yung school kasali, usually kami yung Emmy kasi is like senior, nung naging senior na siya, she's like head of something. Ano ba tawag doon? Basta she's very active. She's the type na she'll mobilize things. And so, since sa akin din napupunta yung mga ganong klaseng trabaho pagka faculty, siya yung kasama ko. There was one time, I think 1984, it was the ASEAN Youth Orchestra. And the entire camp was done in Makiling. I was program director. Si Emmy and maybe two more were my assistants. Kasi mga estudyante sila, ako sa faculty. So I was in charge of like doing the program for the day. Like just scheduling all. These are rehearsal times. These are ganito time, and then we have games. Ganyan. Pagka games, I have to devise all those games kasama sa program yan. And these are a lot of foreign musicians, young, ASEAN Youth Orchestra. This was in '84, and we got close to each other. Was that '84? Yeah, okay. It was the year or 2 years before we decided to get married. Kasi 85 yun eh. And then, she graduated 84 nga. She graduated 84. She was my student only in one class. And this class was choral arrangement, choral arranging, choral arranging. That was the only time that she was my student. And then, well, I always visited her. I bring her to their house, and it's a faraway house, so it was seldom that I did that. It's like once in 2 months or something like that. Ang layo ng bahay nila from UP. They stayed in Better Living. Okay, during that time, that was kind of malayo. And the next year, after she graduated in '84, she decided to start taking her master's. But because she was taking her master's, she left her house in Switzerland and started to board in Esteban Abada. In a house, it's a private house. And she just rented a room or something like that. Actually, she wanted to do that so she could be closer to me. Just
Yes.
could be, so that I didn't have to think of I have to bring her all the way to.
Naging convenient na bigla.
Oh yes, it's very convenient. So we were always together. Then one time, I did not even. We didn't even talk about it. But one time I said, I think we should get married. Ganun lang. I think you should get married kasi anyway, doon din naman pupunta yan. So ang weird ng ang
So
weird.
you didn't make a formal proposal? I mean,
No,
was it-
later. No, of course. Of course, I had to go and make paalam to the parents. But that was already like pamanhika na yun. I mean, I brought my parents, my father, and I had a stepmother na by then. And it also worked because my stepmother was Kapampangan, so it wasn't so difficult. Of course, pag sinabi ni Emmy ang kanyang kwento would be, ay nako, hindi naman niya sasabihin na magpapakasal namin kung hindi ko siya kinukulit or something like that. But we did. And so, the song Tunay na Ligaya and Araw Gabi was born on officially 1985. It was my gift to her. They were my gifts to her on her last single, Blessedness. This was 1985. She was 24 years old. She turned 24. And then we decided we were gonna get married in December of 1985. But we already knew that we were gonna get married. But I wrote the song kasi it was her last year of being single.
Sino kumanta niyan originally?
So, ito pa nakakatawa. Okay, this is my gift to you, and I sang it to her. I don't know, we found ourselves in Makiling with our barkada. And I think there was again some kind of camp that we ended up in. And I went there. I wasn't part of the camp, but I went up and I said, I have a gift, birthday gift. Kasi it was her birthday. So my gift, I have a song. Sabi ko gano'n, this is my song. And I sang it to her. And then she liked it. So I said, who do you want? I can look for somebody to sing it, to record it. Sinong gusto mo? Okay. And then she said the name. Later I'll tell you the name. And then, okay, and this is the other song. Araw gabi, nasa rito, araw gabi. Okay. And then she liked it. As a matter of fact, we sang Tunay na Ligaya as our and Araw Gabi, I think, as our 45. Ay, sorry. We recorded it.
Kayong dalawa?
Kami dalawa. And that was our giveaway sa aming wedding. A 45.
Wow.
A 45.
Which song?
Both.
Flip side.
Wow.
Flip side, Araw Gabi and Tunay na Ligaya.
Galing.
I think, basta I know there's Tunay na Ligaya. But I have to look for my 45s. Okay. she said, okay, I like Tunay na Ligaya siguro. That's good with, good for Martin Rivera, sabi niya. And then, she wanted Gary V to sing Araw Gabi. Araw Gabi, nasa isip ka. Okay, I'll try. So I found, well, I looked for them. No, I didn't tell them that, can you sing this, can you sing that? I had to look for a way to find out, are they doing any recording? Kasi you have to find out first, mamaya, they're not, what's the point in giving if they're not going to record it yet? They were not in recording, but you know who were recording? Who was preparing for an album? Basil was preparing for one album. Sa kanya pumunta yung Tunay na Ligaya. And Nonoy Zuniga was preparing for the album, for another album. Sa kanya napunta yung Araw Gabi, nasa isip ka.
Original.
Sila yung original.
I remember, I mean, obviously, sumikat yung kay Ariel Rivera na version during my time.
Yes, after.
But
Yung Tunay na Ligaya.
beforehand, I already heard Basil's version.
Yes,
I loved
yes.
it. Galing.
Okay, now you ask me, how come I had a connection already with Martin and Gary? I did already because I wrote How Can I for Martin in 1983, I think. And Once Upon a Life right after, I wrote it for Gary.
Kasi they were the hot acts.
Yes, and they were looking for songs for their next recordings, ganyan. But this was not 85. This was before 1985. Which is why when alam niya na kinanta na ni Martin yung How Can I, so sabi niya, ay si Martin, ganyan. Tapos alam din niya na kinanta na ni Gary yung Once Upon a Life. So sila yung hot.
Now, originally.
But hindi sa kanila napunta yung kanta.
Also, now we know in the future we can have those two guys sing these songs.
Correct. Actually, Tunay na Ligaya would be great for Gary.
Yeah.
Ganda perfect sa boses ni Gary. Ganda.
So, wait, we're talking about songs. Yeah. You can turn it.
No, I mean, if you're
30
still
minutes,
same
dito,
thought.
ano.
No, if it's the same thought pa rin, Mr. C.
What are the other songs? I can't remember anymore. Iduyan Mo, Paraiso, Sometime Somewhere. I wrote another song for Basil called Don't Let Me Go. I also wrote Stars for Basil. I also wrote Dito Nagsisimula, Dito Nagwawakas. And I wrote in his spiritual album, I wrote Nariyan Ka Rin. Okay. I just picked out two verses from, I don't know if they were Psalms or from Psalms yata. Ikaw, I am the truth, the way, and the life. Ano? Whoever comes to me shall something. Ikaw ang buhay at muling pagkabuhay. So I got that and put it in a song. So Basil sang that. That was one of the first experimental songs I did na medyo multimeter, hindi siya steady yung meter. Tapos meron nose flute. I asked Basil to play the nose flute. Nariyan Ka Rin. And then what else? Parang I missed one song for Basil. Hating Gabi.
Nice, cool.
Nais Ko! Of course.
How did that come?
That was the first...
So beautiful.
Before Tuwing Umuulan and before... right after Paraisong Prasukat, when he was doing the album, that was the very first song I wrote for Basil. It's about dreams, aspiration. Nais ko maihip ng hangin saan man mapadpad. It's one of the songs that and sometimes it was very conscious. It's a conscious part on me to really get away from the love song genre. So I had those songs. Nais ko, Iduyan Mo, because it was the theme song of a movie entitled Agila.
You wrote Iduyan Mo?
Yeah,
Hindi ba
Iduyan
yung
Mo.
kay Lucio San Pedro?
No,
sorry,
yan?
di ba Ugoy na Duyan?
Ugoy na Duyan yan. Iduyan mo ang duyan ko, unti-unti. That came from the movie Agila.